You're 8, belly hollow as a broken drum, watching your baby sister cry herself to sleep in a shack reeking of mud and dying dreams. 3 copper coins clink in your dad's trembling hands, all that stands between your family and starvation's cold grip. Then one night, your father pulls you aside, eyes glinting like he's made a deal with the devil. "Son, there's a way out," he whispers, voice cracking like old leather. "You get a chance to enter the Forbidden City. They eat silk, sleep on gold, and whisper in the Emperor's ear. Your heart jumps. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. But first," he says, eyes drowning in tears, "you've got to lose your manhood and become a eunuch. One slice and your palace mount, serving the Emperor himself." "Wait, what? No," you beg. "Can't I just farm, Dad?" Tears sting, but he shakes his head. "Farmers die. Eunuchs live. Your heart's a caged bird, flapping against ribs. You're just a kid swinging sticks, dreaming of warrior glory. Now your dad's trading your future for rice. The Purification Master's knife gleams tomorrow, and you've got one night to choose. Starve slow or live fast without your parts. Hunger in your stomach and holes in your shoes scream louder than fear. You nod, throat tight as a noose, choosing the blade, because even hell looks like heaven when you're starving. You're flat on a splintered table, the shack thick with blood and chili fumes that sting like 1,000 wasps. The Purification Master, face scarred like a battlefield, eyes dead as stone, sharpens a curved knife that glints hungrily in the candlelight. Your dad's in the corner muttering prayers, but his eyes scream no turning back. Your heart's hammering, trying to escape your chest. The master ties your legs down, shoves a wooden stick in your mouth. "Bite," he grunts. No anesthesia, just a blade and a bucket. Wine-soaked cloth stings your skin, but nothing numbs what's coming. Then the world explodes in pain, a lightning bolt ripping right through you. You bite the stick so hard it cracks, vision blurring as blood pools. You writhe, a fish gasping on dry land, as a bamboo's plugs jammed where your parts were. "Piss in 3 days or you're dead," the master mutters, wrapping you in oil-soaked cloth. Your treasures are packed in lime powder inside a sealed jar for safekeeping until your death, when you'll need them to enter the afterlife whole. "Buy them back when you're rich," your dad chokes out, "or you're a female mule in the afterlife." "Great. Even death's got a sick twist." You black out, waking to agony and his grunt. You're lucky. Most don't make it. Lucky? You're 10. Your childhood carved away. Your manhood gone. Your body feels like it's been crushed by an ox cart. But worse is the ache you can't see. No wife, no children with your eyes and her laugh. No warm hand to hold. No lips to kiss. No son to lift on your shoulders. You'll never know what it's like to be called a father. You stare at the ceiling, numb as tears leak sideways. They say eunuchs live longer, but what kind of life is it when your bloodline dies with you? Half the boys bleed out or die from infections before sunrise. You survived. Your body lived. Everything else bled out on the table. At 10, you limp through the Forbidden City's crimson gates, a newborn colt in a den of wolves. Silk and gold shimmer, but the air's heavy with jasmine, sweat, and your own leaking shame. The wound never healed clean. Sometimes you leak, enough for the older eunuchs to call you Puddle Boy. This isn't a palace, it's a machine, grinding dreams to dust, and you're its newest broken screw. Your job scrubbing floors for concubines, their bound feet hobbling, their eyes hollow with their own hell. They're prisoners too, slapped raw for breathing too loud, locked in boxes for a wrong glance. But they still spit on you, the lowest cog. Dawn to dust, you haul buckets, hands cracking like dry earth. Spill a drop, bamboo cracks your head. Slack off, you're caged in a closet, starving to the drip-drip of your own ruin. You dream of the day that you'll replace the senior eunuch, when you'll be the one with the bamboo rod. But will that day ever come? Right now, you're just a broken boy peeing freely without your penis and testicles, wondering if you'll live to see tomorrow. Lee, a smug 15-year-old eunuch, pours the Emperor's tea and would sell his soul for a promotion. May, a concubine with eyes sharp as thorns, whispers secrets, but might sell you out for a silk scarf. Every smile's a blade, and every favor costs blood. You're all prisoners, but prisoners love having someone to kick. Your break comes when they pick you to carry a concubine's palanquin. She's beautiful, draped in silk, but you can see the terror in her eyes. One slip and you're both carp food. You trip, the palanquin wobbles, and she shrieks like you tossed her to the moat. She's probably more scared than you are, but fear makes people cruel. You drop to your knees and beg. "I'll polish your jewelry, clean your chambers, anything." She smirks, relishing power over someone lower. One more mistake and you're fish food. She's just repeating what someone said to her yesterday. You're 15, and the palace is a chessboard where pawns get crushed. Your damp robes and squeaky voice make you a joke, but you're no longer scrubbing floors. You're a scribe, scratching orders on rice paper under candlelight, catching whispers of plots and betrayals. The Emperor's steward nods. You're good, scary good. But standing out here is a neon sign saying, "Stab me." Li, now the Emperor's errand boy, hates your rise. At a banquet, he bumps into you, splashing wine on a consort's silk. She screams treason for a spill, and Li's grinning. A stolen jade seal planted in your mat to frame you. Guards drag you to a cell, mold and death choking the air. The Emperor's mother, face like carved marble, hisses, "Confess, or we get creative." But May, now a trembling concubine who survived 3 purges, passes the evidence to a senior eunuch, the one who owes you a favor. He tucks it into his own sleeve, eyes unreadable. She's risking her neck for you, knowing she could be next. The senior eunuch believes her, and Li gets dragged away, screaming like a kicked dog. You're free, but every victory is just a fancier cage. They don't kill you, but they don't let you go either. Mercy's not their style. You're stripped to number 47, a nameless shadow mopping floors you once commanded. Concubines step over you like dirt. Their own misery, no excuse for their cruelty. You stop flinching at their screams. That scares you more than the blood ever did. You're 20, the machine's perfect tool, managing the Emperor's harem like a ledger of flesh, tracking periods, scheduling visits, burying complaints. Concubines who once spat on you now beg for your favor. Their whispers soft as silk, sharp as thorns. The Emperor's gaze weighs like a guillotine, trusting you because you're broken in all the right ways. A man who's not a man. Loyal because you've got nothing left. Wrong. Power's cute, till it's a noose. Your body's crumbling. Joints creak like haunted gates. Lungs cuff blood from palace dust. Damp robes, your constant shame. Then, purge hits like a machine malfunction. The Emperor is paranoid of a coup. A snake-eyed eunuch whispers your name on the kill list. You're hauled before the Emperor, not as his trusted advisor, but as suspect number 9. Prove your worth, he snaps, tossing you orders to spy on a noble. You expose the noble's rebel letters, but the Emperor demotes you anyway. Don't forget, mercy's not their style. Worse, your treasures, those preserved parts needed for the afterlife, are burned during the purge. Without them, no manhood, no peace. Just a ghost carved from ash. The machine doesn't kill you, it erases you. You're 25, number 47 again, sweeping floors where you once ruled. That snake-eyed eunuch passes daily, his smirk a blade twisting in your gut. He's pretending not to recognize the man he destroyed. The young eunuchs don't know you were a king among cogs. You never trained anyone. You never saved anyone. May's already dead, executed last month for breathing near the wrong noble. Her bones feed the palace gardens. Another forgotten spark. You're alone, and the machine doesn't care about your innocence. Your lungs collapse, dust and shame choking your last breaths. No fever, no drama. Just a quiet fall in a storeroom, body curled like a broken puppet. You're 27, ancient for a eunuch. Most are dead or promoted. You're neither, just erased. The palace ticks on like a poisoned clock. New boys fed to the machine. You weren't a villain, not even a hero. Just a screw tightened till it snapped. In your final flicker, you see that 8-year-old hungry boy dreaming of warrior glory. He wanted to survive. Maybe that's enough. Maybe it's all anyone gets. Here's the head spinner. The last Qing eunuch died in 1996, barely 30 years ago. His genitals, preserved in a jar for his afterlife, was burned during the Cultural Revolution, sealing his fate as a female mule in eternity. Some prices are too high, even for a shot at heaven.